is my audience. Have you ever thought about being the owner of a cat or a dog? Or what happens to animals who do not have a home or just wander around trying to find something to feed off of? Many animals today have been mistreated or are either pets to bad owners who do not treat them appropriately. Many animals do not have a loving home and end up in animal shelters. According to an article entitled Pets by the Numbers, just in the United States there are 3,500 animal shelters, and an estimate number of cats and dogs entering these shelters ranges from 6 to 8 million. However, only 4 million of them are adopted yearly. That is only half of the animals that go in the animal shelters, and as a consequence, the rest of them get euthanized. In order to make a change, we have to consider adopting animals and also persuade others to adopt one because it can be beneficial. ASPCA has an article that is mainly about pet statistics, and it's shocking because the statistics mention that there is a point they emphasize a point that mentions it is impossible to determine how stray dogs and cats live in the United States. However, there is an estimate of cats alone, and it ranges to 70 million. Adopting a pet can bring many benefits. We should all think about adopting either one dog or a cat so that we can stop the number of animals getting euthanized each year. Adopting a pet can be beneficial in many ways. We just have to think in which ways it can be beneficial. The same article from the ASPCA mentioned that there is an estimated 70 to 80 million dogs and 74 to 96 million cats that are owned in the United States. However, it also mentioned that there is only 37 to 47% of the households in the United States with a dog, and only 30 to 37% of households with a cat. We have to make the adoption statistic come up in the euthanizing statistics now. Many, however, are afraid because they believe it's like taking the care of another child, or that they can be allergic to cat or dog hair. In those situations, however, it is comprehended due to our health conditions. Another article by Jeannie Davis mentioned that studies suggest that kids growing up in a home with furred animals, whether it's a cat or a dog, will have less risk of allergies. The article also mentioned that they are also likely to have less eczema statistics, which is a skin allergy. In other hand, helpguide.org has an article which talks about the health benefits of dogs and cats. The article began in an interesting way because it said, if you ever own a pet, you already know how much fun and affection they can bring. That is a true quote because many know that quote that says, a dog is a man's best friend. The article mentioned 6 points on how dogs improve mood and health. One of the points in the article mentioned that dog owners are less likely to suffer from depression than those with pets. The fifth point, however, said that heart attack patients with dogs survive longer than those without. CDC, also known as Center for Disease Control and Prevention, has interesting facts about heart disease patients, and it states that about 610,000 people die from heart attacks each year. That is 1 in every 4 deaths. Can you imagine all the lives a dog can save per year? The death rate of heart patients will eventually decrease. However, of course, the best way is to adopt an animal. Health Guide also mentioned that dogs will help change our lifestyle in a positive way because they provide companionship and improve exercise. Of course, that's a way in which we can exercise and walking our dog each day. That means that if we adopt a dog, it is an important responsibility. Taking care of pets is like having another family member, and we always have to make sure to feed them every day. Another article with the title, Why Man's Best Friend is Man's Best Friend, favors the fact that dogs increase the life of patients that suffer heart trouble because it states that dog ownership increases the odds for survival in persons who have a heart attack from 1 to 15 to 1 in 87. Some of you may consider, however, yourself how is a cat beneficial. An article named Benefits of Having a Cat says that cat help reduce stress levels. Many people are stressed due to their jobs or different circumstances, and those are the people who can consider adopting a cat to reduce those stress levels. The article mentioned that the way cats help reduce stress levels is by letting them purr in your lap while you pet them. However, the first step to help reduce pet statistics from getting euthanized again is by adopting them from our local shelters. When we get there, there are a variety of breeds from cats and dogs, small or big. It doesn't matter the size. If you show them love, they will always love you back. All you have to do is fill out the required paperwork, and then, of course, you can adopt a cat or a dog. Not to mention, some of these pets are already house trained, and if you plan to keep them inside, well, that'll be a good thing. However, if you plan to keep them outside, you always have to think that they also need a home outside because the weather might not be favorable to them. In review, today I have told you about the statistics dealing with the amount of animals getting adopted and euthanized per year here in the United States. Also the benefits of becoming the owner of a cat and a dog, and also the ways in which we can adopt a pet. We should all think about adopting either one dog or a cat so that we can stop the number of animals getting euthanized each year. If you ever think about adopting a pet, we should always remember that they will provide joy to our home because they will give us love, companionship, and loyalty.
Good job.